All right, let's dive right in. If you're learning JavaScript or getting ready for a technical interview, there is one question that comes up more than pretty much any other. And if you get this right, you've shown you have a really solid foundation. We're going to break down the perfect answer right here, right now.
Think about it this way. When you pack a bag for a trip, you don't just throw everything in there, right? You've got your clothes, your gadgets, your toiletries, all separated. Well, in programming, it's the exact same idea. We have to organize our data, and these compartments are what we call data types. And look, this isn't just some theory. Understanding this is absolutely critical for writing clean code that actually works. It's exactly why this is one of the first things an interviewer asks. They're testing your fundamentals. So, here it is, the big one. What are the different data types in JavaScript? Let's build the perfect answer together, piece by piece, so you can walk into that interview feeling totally confident.
Okay, the first part of a really great answer is showing you get the big picture. In JavaScript, every single piece of data you'll ever work with falls into one of two main categories. So on one side, you have your primitive types. These are like the basic building blocks. And on the other, you have non-primitive types, which you'll also hear called reference types. Now, the key difference, and this is super important, is how they store information. Primitives hold their value directly. Think of a box literally holding the number 10. Non-primitives, though, they hold a reference, kind of like an address that points to where the real data is being stored. All right, let's zoom in on that first group. There are 7 of these, and honestly, you are going to be using these every single day you write JavaScript code. So let's run through them. First, you've got number, that's for any number, whole, decimal, doesn't matter. Then string, which is just any text you put inside of quotes. Next up, Boolean, which is your simple true or false, the heart of all logic in your code. Now here's a pair that trips a lot of people up. Undefined is what a variable has when it's been created, but you haven't given it a value yet. Null, on the other hand, is when you intentionally assign an empty value. You put it there on purpose. And finally, a couple of the newer ones. Symbol is used to create a totally unique value, which is great for some advanced cases. And BigInt is for when you need to work with numbers that are just ridiculously huge. So we've got our 7 primitives down. Now let's switch gears to that other category. Because while there are 7 primitives, there's actually only one non-primitive type, and it is the foundation for pretty much everything else. And that single non-primitive type is the object. Now, here is the mind-blowing part that ties so much of JavaScript together. Things you use constantly, like arrays to hold a list of items, or even the functions you write to make your code do stuff. They are all, under the hood, just special kinds of objects. It's an incredibly versatile and powerful concept. Okay, theory's great, but let's see it in some actual code. Let age equal 25. That's a number. Let name equal phase-on. That's a string. Let login equals true. And there's our Boolean. Let score, see, we declared it, but gave it no value, so it's undefined. Let empty value equal null. Here, we're intentionally saying it's empty, so we use null. Let unique ID equals symbol ID. That's how you create a unique symbol. Let big number equal 917, 972, 947, 40,991n. See the n at the end? That makes it a BigInt. And finally, let user equal name phase-on, a simple, classic object. Okay, so we've defined all the types, we've seen them in action, but let's get back to the main point. Why does this really matter? How does knowing this stuff make you a better developer and help you nail that interview? Well, once you master data types, it changes the way you think about code. You'll store your data properly from the start. You'll become a way better problem solver because you'll know exactly which tool to grab for the job. You're going to avoid all those weird, frustrating bugs that happen when the computer gets confused. And of course, you will walk into that interview and absolutely ace the question. And that's really the core of it. If this quick explainer helped you connect some of the dots, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I've got a question for you. Which data type do you think causes the most headaches for new developers? Drop your answer in the comments below. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.